That's a freezer. Give me assist. Give me teamwork. Keep it consistent.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Kings! Hey, alert! Officer!
Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the cornerback's hand, and it's incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play. The Bucks in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Flush to him, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. Now a throw here to his running back. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening run.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Take it in at the 22. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucks will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Hey, alert 33. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Stop.
To throw, Mayfield. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Mayfield. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He'll get that out to the flat to White. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Hurry, hurry!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. White running to the left, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Real. What's up?
Play fake, Mayfield.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Run.
Now Mayfield. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the 1st quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
after one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7, Falcons 0.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. In motion right, Evans. Now Mayfield on third and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
In motion, Hollins. Back to Robinson now on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucks are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
In motion right is Evans. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He completes it right side of the lane. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Palmer. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Trey Palmer, 52 yards. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
First down, Falcons.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Bucks take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hurry!
Following the interception, Mayfield. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need...
And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Alert!
Here's Mayfield. And it's caught. The Bucks forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Hey, alert 33. Point it right. Pistol. Hurry. What's up?
White. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A gain of a yard.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So nothing doing there, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Tua. And Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Levante David. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Going right side is White. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Hey, on 133.
White fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year.
And the Buccaneers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and 2.
Tua sets up to pass it. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
An audible here to get a new look.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Rolling to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Regular.
They will run with White out of the shotgun.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A quality pickup from White, who really earned more time as the Bucks starter the back half of last season. Finished with close to 400 yards in the Bucks' final 8 games. Positioned himself as the leader in the backfield moving forward.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Regular. Alert.
Running out of the gun with White. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 25. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They run straight ahead here with White. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They stay on the ground with White. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action. Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
This ball down the field for Pitts.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Atlanta.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
Tua going to throw.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
20, TX.
Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall.
It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he is going to have the Bucks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, here's White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brought down back at the 38-yard
To throw, Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Tua now on 1st down. This ball down the field for Pitts. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
The Bucks take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mayfield on play action, sliding out of the pocket. He'll leave this one for White. Down inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. McLaughlin for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Falcon first down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds at his own
2nd down and a yard.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And now here's another interception.
And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 37.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's good.
This is caught inside the 15. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several.
And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Tua to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
The Bucks forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Big time drive, let's go.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense.